you heard my deputy say, there is public interest, which sometimes is about maybe what the social media has said. What the social media has said, is it public interest? What is it? We need to, there must be a balance. And then there is national interest. These are propositions that we need to think about so that we can carry it along in our jurisprudence and also in our life as a nation. No single institution or organ is entire of itself or viable in isolation. I'm encouraged by the increased confidence with which various arms of government are exploring areas of partnership and collaboration. And by so doing, we are breaking long-standing barriers to unlock the power of institutional synergy. There's a lot that we can achieve through institutional synergy, finding ways that we can make all the institutions work. And I agree with the Chief Justice that we must build strong institutions that can withstand even weaknesses of individuals. That sometimes, because we are human, sometimes individuals may be weak, but if you have strong institutions, they can even carry weak people across or stop tyrants also. Strong institutions can stop rogue people from also taking advantage of the system. And as we have consistently and repeatedly demonstrated, such partnerships are beneficial when pursued transparently and in public interest. Through this approach, the executive has found opportunity to engage the legislature and judiciary over the national budget, and also to support the expansion of judiciary's infrastructure, among other consultative endeavors. And today morning we had a conversation with the Chief Justice and the leadership of the judiciary on some of the aspects of modernization of our judiciary. And I must say, with a lot of clarity, that the judiciary has been phenomenal in its application of technology to deliver on its mandate. They have done a very commendable job. That e-filing and making sure that even decisions can be made online has really enhanced the efficiency of the judiciary. And the rest of government need to come along. I hope, contacts and corruption in judiciary, in the collection of taxes, and I really want to implore the judiciary to assist the other arms of government in using technology so that they become as efficient in collecting taxes as you have become efficient in executing your mandate. We remain committed to partner with the judicial and legal fraternity in building a more accessible, empathetic, and efficient judicial ecosystem which delivers justice to all in a timely, fair, effective, and accessible manner. Each branch of government plays an important role in supporting the Supreme Court as it leads the judiciary in delivering justice. We are committed to working alongside the judiciary to continue developing a judicial system that honors the aspirations of Kenyans and upholds our Constitution, reinforcing the foundations of our democracy. We must work in unity and with a singular sense of purpose to ensure that the Supreme Court remains a shining beacon of integrity, a trusted guardian of our rights and freedoms, a champion of the rule of law, and a leading force in producing progressive jurisprudence, not just in our country, not just in our continent, but also globally. Beyond serving as the ultimate arbiter, the Supreme Court is a driver of national development. Its decisions shape our institutional framework, define our socio-economic landscape, and guide our path towards an equitable society where justice underpins our development. And I would implore us, as we make decisions, we must keep this society equitable, Kenya equitable. The Constitution demands of us in Article 43 on economic and social rights. How do we bend backwards to carry everybody on matters health, on matters housing, water, and access to public services? How do we make sure that we leave nobody behind? I think as we make those decisions, whether in our judiciary or in our executive or even in the legislature, we must keep an equitable Kenya in our thinking. In guiding our institutions to articulate the national values and principles of government as coherent parameters of sustainable development, the Constitution designates the Supreme Court as the umpire charged with auditing policies to ensure that they promote inclusive growth and economic empowerment. When it supports access to essentials like health, housing, and education, it strengthens the foundation for inclusive policies that uplift communities and break poverty cycles. As recognized and amplified by the Supreme Court itself, the greatness of our nation is based on fidelity to the Constitution and the rule of law. Our commitment to constitutionalism and the rule of law is the bedrock of Kenya's quest for prosperity. Consistent and fair application of the law builds trust, encourages civic responsibility, and fosters social cohesion. By championing a jurisprudence that simultaneously upholds fundamental rights and freedoms while supporting development, the Supreme Court helps Kenya achieve Vision 2030 and also our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. I congratulate the court on its 12 years of steadfast growth, and without a doubt, it has now matured into a respected constitutional authority and fountain of progressive jurisprudence. I encourage the court to sustain its progress and become a global beacon of judicial wisdom, constitutional clarity, and foster developmental dynamism. May this conference inspire deeper reflection and introspection on the Supreme Court's role in national transformation and energize all participants in their pursuit of a more just and equitable Kenya. And let me commit, as I did to the leadership of the judiciary, that the executive, we will play our role, we will support the judiciary within the constraints that we have in our finances. We will go out of our way to support the requests that have been made by the judiciary on matters to do with enabling our judicial officers to be to work in a much more enabled environment and to also provide the physical facilities necessary. And I'm very happy that the governor of Nairobi has agreed that we will work together to make sure that there is a new place for the judiciary and for the Supreme Court. Asanteni sana. God bless you. God bless our great country, Kenya. Thank you very much.